16-inch Dake Johnson vertical bandsaw. This unit has a 2 horsepower motor on it. Currently it is wired 440. It can also be wired 220. If you would like the voltage change, please specify when purchasing so we can get the voltage changed. So when you get it, it's plug and play and there's no warranty issues if it's wired incorrectly. This unit, right off the bat, I'm going to say there's keys that you need to open all these doors on it. Fortunately, when it came in, the keys weren't here. We called Dake, you cannot get the key for it. Unfortunately, it's not a true key, so if you take a pair of needle nose pliers, go on here on each end, rotate it, it opens up. Now all these doors have to be closed for the machine to run. As you can see, there's a micro switch right here. There's a micro switch on every door. This also has a tension gauge too that'll show you right where you need to be about when tightening the blades, so you don't over tighten the blades and ruin the rubber bands that are on the wheels. Same with this one down here. So you can see it has a chip brush up here, a brass chip brush. Clean all the chips off the rubber band. Everything's clean and in really, really nice shape on this. Down here is actually a grinding shavings tray. Come around to the back of the machine. So you can see the motor compartment's in a really, really nice shape. For the variable speed on this, it is hydraulic. So there's oil in this line and down over there in the cylinder. As you can see, there's no leaks. Everything's in really, really nice shape. This is the oil for the gearbox. The oil's been changed. It's nice, clean oil in there. The belt's in excellent shape. Everything's in really, really nice condition on this. And then again, here's another micro switch. The doors have to be closed for the machine to run. This is the electric cabinet. As you can see, it's nice and clean in here. Nobody's been in here rewiring anything. Everything's really nice, clean, and professional. It's all original. And as you can see here too, there's a micro switch. Electric cabinet has to be closed for the machine to run. So we're going to turn this into the on position while we're back here. If you look over here, you'll see air inlet and a regulator. This is for you can hook up air, and you can actually use this as the blower, so you can blow chips away as you're cutting with it. We don't have the air hooked up today, but it does work. This unit does come with a shop light. As you can see, it works. It has its own power supply inside the unit. This right here is your guard. This right here tightens and loosens the clamp for the guard, so always hold it. You loosen it, and you see the guard comes down. Guard goes up real easily, goes down. We'll leave it up. This also comes with an adjustable fence. As you can see, your travel is only from the end of the table to right here. We're not going to be demonstrating with this today. The blade is dull. It's a used one that we have laying around. Actually cut and welded it because we didn't have anything this size. So I'm not even going to cut with it because the blade's just really dull and there's no sense trying to cut with a dull blade. If you come over here, you'll look, you have the stop switch and an on switch. This right here, now the machine's hot. Now the machine's not hot. Right here turns your blade on. This over here controls your speed. You can only move this handle when the machine is moving. If you try to screw this in when the machine's off, you will damage the hydraulics and your warranty will be voided. feet per minute gauge. It does work a little bit. You're going to hear it's actually making a little bit of noise. They do not sell the gauges or the cables for it anymore. If you want to change this over, they actually sell a digital display that goes in here, and you have to add a sensor. So the gauge and the speedo cable is not under warranty on this machine. Also, if you look on here, this unit does come with a welder. We'll demonstrate today with this. This is actually a really nice welder. You can set this up if you follow the instructions. It'll weld the blade every single time and it won't break. This is one of the easiest welders that I've ever used. So of course the on button still has to be on. We have a 1/2 inch blade here, so you want to set your selector to 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. Make sure everything's on 1/2 inch. Put your blade in all the way up against the back. Center it in the slot. Tighten it down. Same thing with the other side. Better. Make sure everything's tightened down. You're going to come over to 0, and when you're ready to weld, just go down to weld. It automatically does its own weld cycle. Now you up here you have annealing. You have low for thin blades and you have high for thick blades. We'll do it on high so you guys can actually see. So if you look in there, it actually heats up the blade. I've never had a welder. Every time you weld the blade, it doesn't break. This is one of the best welders I've ever seen on a saw. You also have your grinder right here. This turns your grinder on, off. Your grinder's up here. This really nice feature, you can loosen this and actually spin the guard so it exposes the grinding wheel. So you can grind the blade. You see it grinds really nicely. Of course, it turns the grinding wheel off, and then you loosen this, bring the guard back around, the guard's in place. You can also grind on the bottom side too, if you want to. Then this right here turns the machine back off. When you're done, lower your guard back down into place. This is our Dake Johnson vertical bandsaw.